Thanks for joining
Hello.
us. We haven't had a tree tours episode for quite a while, but we thought this is a good opportunity to use this to showcase the new design of WikiTree that has been rolled out. Was rolled out on Monday, so we've been working with it now for almost 5 days, full 5 days. So pretty exciting stuff. We'll go ahead and I'm going to share my screen here. We have, oh, by the way, I was going to say, we have Betsy Co with us, and of course,
Hi,
Elaine.
everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us, Elaine, and helping out so much this week. We really appreciate it. Okay, here we go. It's going to share our screen. And we'll go ahead and start you all on a tour. So this is the new WikiTree design. It looks, I mean, to me, I was really excited when we saw the mock-ups starting, I think it was March or May of last year, was it, Betsy, that we had the first kind of previews? So exciting. I love the clean look to it. So this is what it looks like. So one thing I want to preface this tour with is that we are not using any extensions. So up here in the upper right-hand corner of my browser, I'm running on Chrome, and you can see that there isn't a WBE icon, and there's no B icon either. So just to kind of make sure everybody's aware that I have those all turned off. So this is native WikiTree for y'all to have your tour, which I think is the best way to go about it, because we did see that there were quite a few formatting issues with the WBE installed. So that's why we want to make sure if you are seeing some kind of funky formatting, make sure you've turned off the WBE to make sure you're seeing the new design in its native format. So let's go ahead and get started. So right away across the top, you'll see that your profile ID menu now is actually your name. So right here, this used to be your profile ID that was there. And this is the menu options specific to your profile. So you can see there, you can get to your G2G profile from here. You can get to your own profile. You can get to your suggestions. All your same information is here. And then, of course, we have the add menu that has all the same options, the find menu. And then we have help, which used to be to the far right, but now it's more centrally located there for you. And from here, you can get to the forum, the G2G forum. And then all the way to the right is My WikiTree. And that has your account controls, more information for you, your connections, your contributions. So those are your main menu options across the top there. So Betsy has a profile that she's going to share with us. And here we go, Elizabeth.
Sure. Yeah, and I just want to I thought you were going to go just a little more to the right and show the magnifying glass. We see.
Yes, good point. Let's go back.
Yeah. So
yes, I meant to say that.
Yeah, one thing that you'll notice that's missing is different from the way it was before is there's no more search box up at the top, but all you have to do is press on the magnifying glass. It works the same way. And if you already know the profile ID, you can just type that Smith123 in the last name box. Now, if you want to get fancier, then there's the advanced person search hyperlink. Oh, yes. And you can search your watch list. Right. So that's very helpful. And then advanced person search should look familiar to everyone as well.
And then you can also search the help pages. So there's a link for that here too.
Yeah,
that's really great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's nice. It kind of it's a toggle basically. You can open or close. All right.
So I thought we'd just tour through this profile. I'm gonna actually, Azure, what I'm gonna try and do is look at it look at it with you in full screen if I can.
Okay, great.
There. Okay. All right. So we have the same biographical information up at the top. I think actually it's even clearer to see, because it highlights the birth and the death information. Over to the right, I found myself clicking on the little lock icon. So if you click on that, that's going to take you to the privacy settings. So that's where you can see who's on the trusted list, and what the setting is. You can change the setting. So that's a significant difference. There's no more privacy tab like we used to have it.
Though there is a little privacy icon right below it too.
That
and
takes
it
you to
might
the same
depend-
place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
So now we all know how handy it is to be able to quickly copy either the profile ID or the wiki link or the URL, etc. So those are all right there. They'll take, put it right in your clipboard. Now, do either of you know the cite button? Is that if I would want to cite?
Citation.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same. It was on the old site, a citation. It creates a citation for you.
For the profile.
For the profile. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I guess I just haven't.
Like if you want to cite your own WikiTree profile in your family history online blog or something.
Yeah.
Now, directly below that, this sort of, I guess you could say, is this grayish bar is incredibly helpful. It is, it's sticky. So basically, no matter where you go up or down on the page, you are going to continue to see that bar and, use it to get you wherever you want to go. Particularly when you're in the middle of edit mode, maybe Azure, could you go into edit mode? So there's the edit. I have to have a pencil icon, and you'll see that I'm still seeing that bar. And I chose this profile because she has a sort of lengthy biography. So maybe if you could go down within her biography, sort of, like 2/3 of the way down. And then you think to yourself, well, I want to remind myself what categories she had. Then you can just go click on edit biography text, and it'll take you to the top of the biography box. Right? It should be doing that. Yep. Okay. So that's very handy. We also have, the ability to save right there in that sticky bar. I think we have to come up with a name for that, because we're going to be talking about this sticky bar a lot.
The jump links menu options, I think, is what Julie has on her
okay.
post. Yeah.
Yes.
Jump
Yeah.
links.
Yeah.
So you can also, from here, you can go to edit data if you need to check the dates off something, or you can edit the family. It takes you down to that section.
Right.
So you can, move around within the edit screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, you can also jump to the bottom or jump to the top.
Which
actually, go ahead, Betsy.
No. I was just going to say, which is, very, very handy.
And then if you need to go out of the edit screen, you can click right over here, return to the person profile. That takes you back out of the edit screen.
Can we open it again to edit? Because I've still been using the save button at the very bottom, and I want to see what happens when you press the save that's on the sticky bar.
It takes you down to that section of the page. That's what these are. They're jump links. They take you to a section of the page.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So also on right around where Azure's cursor was on the right, so we have the edit icon, the little pencil, and then next to that, to the right of that, is the profile change history. So that's in a new place, but that
takes you to the same place. Just the change history for this profile.
Right. exactly. Yeah, I really like when uh, you're in the basic view of the profile, that I can jump to DNA matches, I can jump to the photos, the sources. So that's really well designed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I like the tabs here, the family,
Mhm.
the ancestors, the descendants. That's great.
Right. Do you want to click on ancestors so everybody can see it's
And it's
in,
also in the jump menu, the jump links
yep,
menu right here too. So it
right,
stays there available to you.
right.
Yeah.
So this is our same old familiar, visual view of the ancestors.
And then the descendants.
Mm-hmm.
It's loading, I believe. Let me just refresh. Does she have descendants? Maybe she doesn't have descendants.
No, I haven't added children yet. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay, so
then
if we go to her father, they'll have descendants there. So
sure.
I'll do that real
Yes.
quick. There you go. So there's the descendants view. All right.
Right. And yeah, and maybe I can just show off the photo. Oh, do you want to talk about the photos? I think you were going to talk about photos, right?
Oh, no, that's okay. We can go there. So if I click the photos link.
Yeah. Yep. So she just has one photo, which is actually just a copy of a will, and it does look a little bit different. These are a carousel. So if she had more than one photo, you would see little arrows to the right and the left of the image that you see on the main page. These are the photos that you see are. Supposing I had 3 photos for her, we would see the very first photo that I ever uploaded for her, and then you would go through the carousel and see the second photo and so on and back.
Yeah,
through.
and I'll display when you have multiple photos, how that acts.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then to get to the maybe you could scroll down just a little bit as to show the details. So down below the photo, there's the hyperlink to details for the photo, and that will take you to the familiar image page that we're used to seeing. There we go. Yeah.
And another sticky bar, which we love,
Mm-hmm.
taking us to the different places, the comments, the details, set as background, set as primary.
Right. All of this is basically the same. I don't see any difference.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else we want to cover on this page?
I think that's probably good for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I did want to mention because some people were having a hard time finding it. If you do want to contact a profile manager,
Mm-hmm.
you can see right here the profile manager in the last modified, all that same information that used to be across the screen here is now on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can view the connection of the profile manager to the profile. You can also email or send the private message to the profile manager. And then we have the problems or questions that takes you into more help for this profile.
Mm-hmm.
So you can ask a question. All of those links are here. And another thing that I saw come up a few times was we're used to seeing in this area the number of times that the profile has been viewed. So just want to show what that looks like. So if I go down to the matches section, it takes me down to the bottom of the page. And that's where I will find, let's see, it's right. I don't want to go down too far. Here we go. It's right here. So
there we go.
Bottom of the page, it says this page has been accessed 26 times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you can find under the connections, featured connections. That's where you can find how many times this has been accessed. And
If
so
you
I'm
want
just
to use
going
Oh, do you want to click the Family Tree Apps button at the
I
far
was
right?
just going to say, we
Oh,
can't
sure.
live without showing that.
Yeah, and the change
definitely.
history. So we'll hit all those 4 buttons up at the top right.
Yeah, we did the change history and we did the privacy. But let me go ahead and hit the tree apps for us. And I think it's going to probably go to the CC7 views because I was in there for the WikiTree challenge. So it's going to show me the last tree app that was open here. So it's going to take a little bit because the CC7 views, I think, takes a little bit of time to load here. Oh, no, it's the fan chart. So we still have, this is all the same as it was. We still have all the options here available.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just go to dynamic tree, there we go. So that all functions still the same.
Oh, and I just tried out the printer-friendly one last week before Roots Tech, so I could bring stuff, half of which I forgot to bring. But I don't know if the print thing is working. Well, that's one way to do it. That'll print. So that's a bug that's still being worked on. But no, go to Tree app. I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Then click printer-friendly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think that one is still working. It's the other type of print.
Nope, this one's not working.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was actually going to update that bug note today. Anyway, but when it works,
And
that
again,
thing is lovely.
when you're in a different view of the profile, like the edit screen or the privacy tab or the change history, you'll see that you can get to return to person profile right here. And that just takes you back to that page, to that front page for the profile. All right. So shall we move on to what a space page looks like now?
Go ahead.
All right. So I'll show a page that y'all have seen a lot on the Saturday roundups. Here's the social media page. And space pages have the same jump links menu items. Not the same menu items, I'm sorry. The same jump link bar is there with your edit, the change history, and the privacy controls off to the right. And then you have your categories, comments, and photos. So I just want to take you down to photos. This page has 2 photos. I kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. So here's what we were talking about before. It's a carousel. You can scroll through to view the different photos that are attached to this page. If you want to see some more functionality around photos, here, this page happens to be my Connectathon team page. And so this has 10 photos attached. So you can really see, you can scroll through the different ones, but also now, since there's more than 5, we have browse photos. It takes you to a new page. And so this shows all the photos. Before it showed them in a row, 10 to a page. And this has 10 to a page still, but it has it in a kind of a table format here, side by side. So you can see what that looks like there. Also available here, which is kind of fun, is an option to view these space page photos in a slideshow. And you have a slideshow option when you're on a profile page too. So this is kind of fun. It's a bigger screen view and carousel, which you can then go through. So that just kind of gives you, there you go. It's kind of nice. I love that.
Yes.
Slideshow. And of course you have the jump bar here, which is great. Go right up to the top. So, all right. So that's a space page. Not too different from what it was before. Of course, the formatting is a little bit different with the different font type. So, and again, just to reiterate what we said at the beginning, there's no WBE or BEE extensions on that we're showing you here today. This is just native functionality.
And you're logged in as yourself. Okay. This is a very minor thing, but on there are extra edit pencil buttons, right? If you're logged in as team or maybe project leader too. So
Yeah.
like, okay.
For each of the sections.
So you won't
and it
see,
takes you
right,
to
so you
that
won't
section.
see that
Yeah.
Okay.
So within a section, if you hit that edit button, it takes you to edit just that section.
But
Okay. I
that's-
only mentioned that in case someone
Yeah.
watching it is wondering why their thing is not showing up. Is it WBE in
Yeah.
secret? It's not. It's because of who you're logged in as.
Yeah, sysops and project leaders have access to edit sections within a page instead of just the whole page. So it's just a little bit of additional
I don't know that I've
functionality.
ever used it, but there it is.
I use it actually quite a lot, especially in that social media page, because I just edit the section for that week or whatever. But yeah. Okay, so next we were going to cover G2G. Elaine, let's see what G2G looks like.
Oh, that's me. Oh, okay. I remembered it. Well, it's been 20 minutes since we talked about it, so I forgot. Okay. So we still have the questions, the unanswered. What do we want to start with? Let's go to my feed. And you won't see admin if you're not logged in as Azure, basically. Okay, so these are all of the things that you follow. Okay. Oh, I had notes. What were my notes? Go to your... I wanted to access from... Can you go to your own profile page?
Sure.
Please. Okay, so we can show how to access the G2G profile. And this works for... this will work for anyone. I guess a better example would be going there from my page, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, click G2G profile. Okay, so that's an easy way to get to what you've done lately. So if you're trying to remember what question you answered, and the recent activity will show your recent comments. The questions and answers.
Or answers. It's recent activity, either comments or answers.
Yes. But
yeah, so you can see I commented on the post about the new WikiTree, and then here I answered this one.
Okay, so if you go to a different person's profile page, like mine, for example, you won't see the recent activity. I believe you'll just see the all questions, all answers. This is very nitty gritty. It doesn't really matter all that much, but and
it's not that different from what it was before.
Oh yeah, it's not different at all. I don't think. I just didn't mess with it a whole lot, and now I'm curious. So if you go to another user's page that's not you, then you'll be able to easily see their questions and answers. Oh, there is recent activity, but does it show comments?
Yeah, commented.
Golly. Okay. Well, anyway, this part is not different from before. Sorry, I'm just.
Yeah, and you can see, so on your G2G activity, you can see all questions that you've asked and all of your answers. So that's all the same. It just looks a little bit different. The colors and formatting is just different.
And then the only other thing I had noted was that if you're on any profile page on WikiTree, you can easily access G2G from the top or the bottom of the page. The top is via the
help.
Yeah, so let's go to the top of this profile page, this ancestor profile page. And then you can tell us how to get there.
Sorry, I suddenly acquired a dog. Go to help. I think.
So on the help menu, as before, community forum G2G.
Right. Okay, so that'll take you there. But also let's scroll to the very bottom or press the down arrow. And all the way at the bottom, yes, G2G forum. And that's always been there.
Yeah.
But yeah, good to have a reminder in case you want an easier way to get there. So.
Well, and since it has a new look and things are in a little bit different place, sometimes we forget where things were. So we just, I think somebody, I can't remember who it was, Celia, I think, mentioned that we just have to retrain our muscle memory to where things are. So yeah.
One last thing I remember. Okay, at the top right, press the magnifying button, search button, and then you can search G2G. It's not a full text search, but it'll pull up tags, titles, that kind of thing.
Yep. That's great. Yeah,
Okay.
I love that little magnifying glass and how it expands to give you more options to look for more things from here. It's great. So just want to make sure everybody knows that if they have any bugs or issues or feedback, this is the post for any of that information. It's in the video description for this video, and I'm posting it now in the chat. And if you have any of that, then please answer that post. The WikiTree tech team is actively working on bugs and issues. They're very aware of everything you're posting out there. The whole team, the WikiTree team, has been going through those answers and making sure we know anything about, bugs or any issues. So be sure to answer those, and be sure to know that we are looking at it. We are taking into consideration everybody's feedback. We are hearing you. And then one thing I wanted to mention too, if you have formatting issue that looks different from what we're showing you here, you might have the WBE enabled or the B enabled. So there is a post for the WikiTree browser extension 2.0, the new version that Ian Bacall has been working on just tirelessly. He has been so much help with that, doing so much work, and I'm going to post that into the chat as well. So you can use that for any issues you have or bugs for that. And then I just want to point out too that Murray Maloney, who has been such a big help with all the different help pages for the different extensions, has been also updating the WBE page about the new WikiTree and the WBE 2.0 UI elements. So I'm going to add that into the chat. It's in the video description also. Check those out.
Yeah, let me just spell out the acronym for everybody. UI means user interface. It means what you see and interact with.
Yeah. And then Julie has a great G2G post as well. I'm going to add that in here into the chat. It's also in the video description.
Mm-hmm. And that is that's a live post. I know that Julie is updating that as more tips and questions arise. So,
and I love what she says here. Change is hard.
yeah,
but
sure
just a reminder that the change that this is, it's not just for change's sake. There is a lot of functionality that is going to be open up to the tech team to be able to provide us with changes in the future for additional functionality that's been asked for quite a while now. So it's not just change for change's sake. There was a lot of work put into it, and it's going to allow the tech team to open up more functionality for us in the future. So please remember that. It's not just for no reason. Please keep that in mind. And please try to be positive in your comments and responses. And remember, a lot of hard work went into this. And there's a lot of volunteers that are helping out answering the main question about the change. Elaine has been doing a lot. There are a couple others I can't quite call to remind everybody, but thank you to all
Star's here. She's done a ton. Thank you, Star.
Thank you, Star. Yeah, there's so many different WikiTreeers have been really helping out, responding to questions. And please keep your responses to that main post about the change to the change. We've seen some answers pop in that is discussing functionality that was pre-existing to the change. So the post is about the change. So if you have suggestions for the future of WikiTree and what you'd like to see there, I believe there's a post about that. Or if there isn't, maybe start a post if there's a feature you'd like to see. So that's what G2G is all about, is community collaboration and communication. So maybe say something out there on that. And Elaine says, just add that tag improvements so that we can see what that is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I didn't actually see any questions that weren't already answered by you, Elaine, in the chat. Did I miss any?
I think we got them all.
Yeah. Denise mentions that if you have the WBE, you do see more icons on that navigation bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. WBE is awesome. We thank all our apps developers that have really helped out in creating that. And yes, Elaine, do a post new answer, not a comment on the main post, because it helps with keeping track of everything. We're linking in to the tech team links into those main answers for issues and bugs so that we can keep track of them.
Yeah, and if you don't
All
use
right.
G2G much, it's easy to miss. Like, I get that. That's why an
Mhm.
occasional reminder might be helpful.
All right. Let's see. I think that was it. Did we cover everything that we needed to cover? Oh, I did want to mention Steve Harris has a post out on the G2G. Let me just double check. I think it is. Sorry, everybody. Let me just. I thought I had it up here. He has a post for. Oh, here it is. So various profile boxes and stickers that is using the templates feature, they need to be updated. We're aware of it. It's going to take a lot of work to bring them up to speed. So just know that that is being worked on. If you do see one specifically that is in need, Steve has a post out there. I'll link it in the chat and on the video description. You can see here, new design. Do you see a template in need? Just post an answer to that. And he's asking for the template name, where you saw the issue, and what's wrong, so that he can focus his response to y'all.
Oh, yeah. Maybe someone could edit the main response post with that in there, too. It might be there already. I haven't noticed.
It's right here. Various
Never
profile.
mind. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Just adding that into the live chat here.
Well, there's always more to see, but that's a good start.
Yeah, and we're going to be tomorrow at the Saturday Roundup. Greg and Betsy and Vicky and I'm not sure if Eowyn will be able to join us, but we're also going to show a little bit more there too. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for the Saturday Roundup. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put us back in the screen here and stop sharing. All right, and yes, Dee, yes, thank you for joining us. And this video will be available out on our YouTube channel for, it won't go away. So we'll also be linking it to the Tree Tours page, so you can access it there. All right, well, I guess that's it. If you have any questions, you can make a comment on this post or on the G2G post for this broadcast, and we'll see you around the tree. Hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow at the Saturday Roundup.
Thanks for hosting, Azure.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.